maybe look at all the other focus trees. I think it's time for a tea break. You know, I think you're right. Let's have a quick tea break. Unpausing is overrated. Just gonna put the kettle on. Oh, have a bit of a stretch. There we go. Hope you had a good stretch. Imagine unpausing. Never unpause. I mean, I'm beholden to chat's whims here. Grumpy Tiger wants me to drink some tea. Cheers. And Silver Knight. More excited about this mod than I have been for game conferences in the last 5 years. Really? Twitch plays. Alright, I think we can probably press the spacebar. Okay, now time's passing. I was a bit concerned there. I was like, the time's not moving. And again, for those of you watching, I am currently on a laptop, so if performance is bad, that's me, that's not the game. I'm currently broadcasting this from my hotel room. Huzzah! I don't have my usual setup here. I'm leaving now. Imagine actually playing. Tss. Bro, did they actually say soon without the TM? I've always said soon, TM. And while we're waiting for the focuses to appear, Zerxon, thank you very much for the follow. Anonymous666, it's about the game. Thank you for the follow. Cute guy. Twitch just let me pick a name. Bardagar, Retired Goomba, Magma Soldier, Kulabart. Every name's taken by somebody. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And then we had Silver Knight gifting a sub to Boon FN. Thank you very much for that, Silver Knight. I'm not building anything. That is true, because I was looking at... I am building stuff, it doesn't build enough. Let's get you to 3. Too early for you. There we go, now I'm doing stuff. And if you can hear noise, that's the kettle in the background. Also, can I now click on miscellaneous tabs? No. This is not good, because now I can't access the caravan system. So we got those happening. Now, if memory serves, we have a hub in the boneyard. Which we will send to North Phoenix. We have a hub in Shady Sands, which we'll send to New Vegas. We have a hub in the hub, which we'll send to New Vegas. Do we have one further south? Dayglow, we do. Which we'll send to North Phoenix. I could have sent something to San Francisco actually because of my allies. Sac City, that's the one I forgot. Okay, now the music's too loud. Sac City, I thought was over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I didn't realise it was by water. Let's send... I want to send something to San Francisco. It's just that you're better being sent to New Reno or Vault City. I'll send you to Reno. I did not realise it was... Is that true? Or is this just flooded? I feel like that's the valley, which is just flooded. Where's San Jose? Is Necropolis San Jose? No, it's not that far south. Santa Cruz, San Jose would be underwater probably. Did we have a flood for the bay to expand this far? Yeah, I think that's probably what's happened. And I think that San Jose is like in here somewhere. Necropolis is LA. No, it's not. Boneyard is LA. And then Dayglow is San Diego. Nuclear weapons being used for stuff like that was a real life 50s thing. Oh, for expanding things. Terraforming by nuking. Yeah, there was actually a plan to do that in the UK, which I never realised. What was it again? There was something that they were just going to nuke to remove. And it was refused. Oh, I don't remember what it was. No, it wasn't Sandy. It wasn't the Isle of Man. It wasn't Ireland. It was something in Britain, in England. Possibly Scotland. Necropolis seems to be Bakersfield. Interesting. 3.2 caps update. I have already played 3.2, although not being able to see this is a bit off-putting. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm just going to save and then reload. And see if that fixes my inability to access the trade route map. You can access the caravan menu by clicking the caps box under the flag. Oh, okay. That wasn't London either. Right, while that's loading, I'm going to get my tea supplies. Okay. Yes, I've moved. I live in Stockholm now because I work for Paradox. So this is currently being streamed from a hotel on a laptop. It's not the best situation, I know. Right, we seem to have some more factories available, for which I think I'm going to get some more motorbikes. Is it a good hotel? It's alright, it's just small. It's very, very small. Like the rooms. For something that I'm having to live in for 2 months. Vault 13's hero with Shady Sands was a budding settlement plagued by raiders and locked in a bitter struggle for survival. It was visited by a denizen of Vault 13, known only as the Vault Dweller. He met with Aradesh, who shared their knowledge with him on his quest to replace Vault 13's faulty water chip. While the water chip from Vault 15, Shady Sands' home vault, was pulled too far under rock for Vault Dweller to recover, Aradesh's kindness made the Vault Dweller feel indebted to the struggling community. When disaster struck, Shady Sands and Khan raiders captured Aradesh's daughter Tandy. The Vault Dweller repaid his debts 10 times over, freeing Tandy and driving the Khans from California for decades. Our run-in with the Vault Dweller's kindness and honour was a founding moment for the Republic, as without his bold assault on the Khans and freeing Tandy, our fledgling nation would never have taken off from the ground. Over the centuries, after his visit, the Vault Dweller's impact on Shady Sands would morph into the settlement founding myth. Society would forever morph, but what is the foundational ideal? Debts must always be honoured, no matter the cost. The NCR always pays its debts, which gives an increase in consumer goods factories, which is not good, increase in stability, which is good, and foundation and production efficiency growth, which is nice. Strangers must always be treated with kindness. War support goes down, daily compliance goes up, appeal to refugees goes up, so our population will grow faster. Self-sacrifice is essential to help others. Manpower goes down, production efficiency goes up slightly, and we gain a little bit of extra water. Or Shady Sands outgrew revering a single figure long ago. Treating with kindness is quite nice. The compliance gain is just solid. Although I must also admit to liking repaying our debts. Could be worse. My grandparents had to live in their new state for a year before they were allowed to buy property in it, but state law more or less had to rent an apartment for a year before becoming a civilian. I mean, I would love to be able to rent an apartment. Problem is that YouTube just has really big problems. YouTube. Stockholm, I don't know why I said YouTube. Stockholm has really big problems with just having too few apartments available. So the first one I could get is available in July. Yeah, let's do the strangers must always be treated with kindness. Okay, new national focus. YouTube Sweden. President Tandy's legacy. While President Aradesh was instrumental in the foundation of this fair republic, President Tandy was without a doubt one of the most consequential figures in the post-war wasteland. Under her wise guidance, Shady Sands grew to new heights and the republic boomed in power and influence. Their thinking forever shaped the future of the NCR and the wasteland. The republic's golden years. Oh yeah, and I never did check to see if this works. It doesn't. But I can click on this, which shows an overview, which is nice. Oh, it shows the depositing there as well. Okay, this is cool. It shows how much money I'm making from the various trade routes. But it doesn't let me see the caravan overview. Do I have a tank force? Don't think so. We have motorized.
Yeah?
We have special forces.
Honored to speak with you, sir. Hey.
Make you green.
Honored to speak with you, sir.
You guys can stay purple. These guys can be yellow. Cool. Trade routes are a map mode on the bottom right. Oh yeah. Huh. But it's not the big overview that I want to see, or if they remove that. Because it's this button that's not working, the miscellaneous tabs. Or is this just a new system? I think it's just a new system. How do I go back? There is no back button. Core creation, that's useful. And caps income. I'm guessing that changes eventually. Oh, somebody's fighting already. Oh yeah, the Olympus tribe. I think they started war. More or less. The Outpost of Liberty. Over 30 years have passed since the heroes of the NCR broke the Enclave forces at Navarro, and since then the mighty pioneers have poured north to tame a savage land. Under the guidance of Brahmin barons and James Johnson, our people opened mines, scavenged towns, and built farms to feed a hungry republic. But not all are happy with the manifest destiny. Some tribals, unwilling to adopt the NCR's enlightened guidance, resist our efforts to civilize the frontier. She settlers from San Francisco refuse to recognize the authority of Redding's Rangers, and some whisper the Brotherhood still has agents there working against the Republic. Time will tell if any of these foes could threaten the March of Liberty. But the bear shall trample all. I think this is the song I really like. Sick Chow. It's just got a real energy. Anyway, earlier someone was asking to see new borders. There you go, new borders. The divide is way bigger. Maybe. Oh, Ashton's a trading post. Oh no, it's part of Shady Sands. Wondering if any of these are doable. No. Oh, you know the other thing that this means I can't access? I can't access the arms organizations. Over the 52 years President Tandy led the Republic, the Union of 5 states went from strength to strength. By focusing the Republic's economy and workforce in infrastructure and agriculture, California enjoyed a thriving network of trade routes and Brahmin farms. The clearing of roads, rivers and railways paved the way for rapid redeployment of the NCR's growing military, allowing the prompt response to threats across Southern California and reaching north towards Redding. Backed by an abundance of renewable food thanks to Gek-created farmland in the Brahmin herds, the population of settlements, major and minor alike, exploded, further ballooned by an influx of new settlers from across Northern California and beyond. Never afraid of using underhand tactics to achieve her goals, she bullied New Reno and Vault City into joining the Republic as autonomous territories, and ordered the assault on Navarro would shatter the Enclave and the West Coast. In premiership so abundant with success and victory, Tandy's legacy has shaped every aspect of the NCR and the wider Wasteland. One set of her policies sure saw success beyond comparison and helped the founding Shady Sands grow beyond comparison. So there was the careful nurturing of civilian industry, clearing railways across the state, one infrastructure everywhere. That's huge. Building forts in vital locations. Two watchtowers in every victory point. Every state gets 2 outposts. Every state gets a building slot? Jeez. I mean, long term, that's ridiculous. But that's really long term. I think I'm going to go with the railway. One infrastructure everywhere, because that's going to increase building speed and also movement speed and supply everywhere. Oh, we could do a poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. No, let's not do a poll. If there's a genuine question, which I'm like, oh, I'll do a poll. But this one is mostly just game mechanics. Okay. Time erodes all beauty. Under Tandy, the Republic flourished. Under Tibbet, it stagnated. When Peterson took the reins, the Republic began to creak under the pressure. How long does a game of Old World Blues last? A while. Achievement unlocked. Rebuilding the Wasteland. As any nation own a state with maximum infrastructure. And then the other thing I can do is reduce the level of all of these by 1. Are forts really useful if you're not going to be losing land? Probably not, which is, again, why infrastructure is great.
Yeah?
And everything can level up. Hub can get to level 17. Blimey. Need more than 19. Soon, TM. Upgrade. Oh, these are the convoys. They've actually changed the graphics for the convoys. That's amazing. Motorbikes with trucks behind. Ha! I love it. Corruption in Shady Sands. A scandal has rocked New California Republic as the press has revealed that some of the NCR's leaders are taking bribes in exchange for government favours. Brahmin ranchers, gun runners and others have been abusing our nation for their own personal gain. Many critics wonder if the NCR is worth dying for. Its leaders will tolerate this sort of misconduct. We will root out this injustice. You see the production tab? Yeah. Corruption in Shady Sands. Who could have guessed that? Soon after President Tandy's passing in 2248, the New California Republic reached its zenith. Under Tandy, Shady Sands spread from the Pacific to Redding, from the Boneyard to the gates of the Mojave. Even the Golden Circle's towns fell beneath the bear as the Vault City welcomed an NCR garrison and Reno became an associated state. At home, Tandy's fierce regulation against Brahmin barons and rich trading monopolies ensured prosperity and support for the Republic, and revived dreams of a better world. Tandy's successor, Tibbet, continued the good times, and all throughout the Republic, and all thought the Republic's good times would last forever. But the fate of the Republic changed forever in 2253 when a caravan of 38 NCR citizens journeying from Arizona to Baker were attacked by raiders in northern Mojave. At a time, a desolate no-man's land, President Tibbet, following Tandy's mould of preferring diplomacy to brute force, was slow to react to the crisis. While Tibbet dithered, opportunistic senators smelled blood. Chief amongst them was Wendell Peterson, demanded a military support for the crisis. Peterson garnered Tibbet with the promise that the bear had claws. Peterson's inauguration showed the limits of the NCR's progress. Peterson allied himself with wealthy ranchers, the so-called Brahmin barons, and relied on the increasingly militaristic expansionist policies to win the support of the population. With the Brahmin barons' rise and the vast expansion the military continued, the NCR started a haphazard period of stagnation. Fueled by baron and Carafsani money, the Republic began a harsh cycle of consumerism and corruption across the nation. Sure, the Republic thrived, but it was no longer ordinary people gaining the most from this growth. By 2275, much of Northern California is run from Redding by the barons themselves, benefiting from the NCR protection while contributing little to their own. The Navarro territories, liberated with Brotherhood assistance, was a seething frontier in the Mojave. Well, as they say, the house always wins. The military complex groaned under Peterson's weight, so we lose an arms industry, and arms workshops receive 0.8 levels of damage. Is that all of them? Or just in Shady Sands? Just in Shady Sands, I think. Militaristic propaganda made the Republic cynical, so we lose stability but gain war support. Well, big business brought in money but hurt our own policies. I mean, it's just good business. Does the Divide have its own focus tree? I don't think so. We did check that earlier. No. Nope, that's a default one. Okay, new focus. Now we need to start making some decisions. No, we can do both. In fact, we have to do both. State of the Union or Democracy and Despotism? Let's do that one. Democracy in California has remained relatively stable since the conception of the Republic, but the NCR's democratic system is far from safe. Dirty money now clogs the mechanisms of government, and the lack of direct elections for president sap the NCR's legitimacy. While democracy would survive most challenges at the moment, the 2278 election still promises to be a pivotal moment for the NCR's future. Show the Montana chapter's focus tree. I already showed that one earlier, so check the VOD if you want to see the focuses. Can I show the new content on the map? Again, watch the VOD. I've gone through most of the new focus trees. Like, if somebody says a focus, I'm like, I don't think I've checked that one, I will check it. But I know for sure I've seen Montana.